He is living in a cycle of regret that never ends. He wakes up every day with that weight on his chest, knowing he should have done something sooner, but the hours dragged on and he stayed. Still, while you sleep, he remains awake with his mind full of what-ifs. Every memory of you is a burden. He knows he could have changed everything, but the time that has passed does not return. He said he needed time, an excuse that doesn't even convince himself. What he really needs is courage. Courage to face the truth, that he had you and let you slip away. That chance, he thought, was always there, dissipated, and now he is surprised by his own inertia. And you know this because you felt the ground collapse when he left your life. You noticed when he began to retreat. All those "I need some time" weren't a decision, they were disguised fear. You're not imagining it, the truth is that he deeply regrets not valuing you when he had the chance. Meanwhile, he is pretending to move on. On social media, he tries to show he's fine, but the truth is he feels apathetic. He distracts himself with parties, other people, but when the everyday routine arrives, he misses you like a hole in his chest that doesn't heal. He lies to himself and to others, saying it wasn't meant to be, but deep down he knows it was all there, within reach. The brutal truth is he is afraid of what you think of him now, afraid that you found someone better, afraid that his chances are over. He hides this behind a smile that no longer convinces anyone. Every time someone asks about you, he averts his eyes, pretends he has nothing to say, and deep in his soul the guilt torments him because he knows you deserved more. Meanwhile, you continue to exist, waiting for a sign, a message, anything that might open the door to a new beginning. But the truth is you are losing patience. Time is passing and the promises he made to himself, that now it will happen, are not materializing. You have looked at your phone several times, believing that at any moment his courage would appear, but the reality is that he is trapped in his own mind, fighting a battle that even he doesn't understand. The chance for you two to reunite is slipping away like water through your fingers. And what you both know is that with each day that passes, this possibility diminishes. He feels it. You feel it. The pain is mutual, but the silence between you only grows. And he already knew this. That person who is in your head now lives trapped in a cycle of regret. He thought he had time, but the truth is that time is unforgiving. While you sleep, this person is awake, thinking about everything he could have done. He feels the guilt weighing on his shoulders with each passing day. He said he needed to breathe, but in reality, he needed courage to confront what he felt for you. He lives in a game of denial. While he pretends to be focused on other things, his mind always returns to you. He talks about being ready, but in truth, he is not. What he is really doing is avoiding confronting his own fears. You know this because you've seen his insecurity show in small moments. You felt it when he distanced himself, even when he said it was nothing personal. And you are not imagining it. This person feels the pain of knowing that he lost something precious by waiting too long. He watches your life from afar, trying to convince himself that everything is fine, but it is not. He pretends to be happy, but each laugh is empty. He wishes you were beside him, but the fear is greater. Fear that you've moved on. Fear that the connection that was so strong has been lost forever. Meanwhile, you're there, not knowing how he really feels, waiting for a sign, a message that never comes. He's paralyzed, wishing you would reach out to him, while at the same time believing it would be easier the other way around. In fact, he dreams of the day you would appear at his door, but does nothing to make it happen. His life is a series of what-ifs. What if he had reached out to you before? What if he had confessed his feelings? These questions consume him. He imagines scenarios where you are still in his life, where he didn't let you go. And when he's alone, reality hits like a punch in the stomach. He failed to give you what you deserve. He feels the hours drag on, each one reminding him of the time he has lost. He can't escape what he feels. No one has ever compared to you, and this traps him in a web of regrets. He knows that what you had was rare and that it's not something easy to forget. He gets lost in fantasies of a future that could have been. Fear has paralyzed him, and now, while he waits, he realizes that time does not return what has been lost. And you? You continue there, waiting for a change, perhaps a message that will bring clarity, but you already know he's not going to do anything. You have felt this in the depths of your being, And the truth is that this person knows he is losing you, even though he doesn't have the courage to admit it. He misses you, but pride prevents him from acting. He is so paralyzed that he is oblivious to what is around him. The masks he wears only hide the truth that he still loves you. Do you know what's more painful? Knowing that you can be happy without him. This truth consumes him. Meanwhile, time continues to pass, and he standing still, and you too, both aware that what could be is dying with each passing day. He let himself be fooled by the illusion that there would always be time. Now, after so many unkept promises, he wakes up every night at 3 a.m., reliving all the things he could have done. He is trapped in a cycle of regret, wondering where everything went wrong. While you sleep, this person is immersed in memories, holding on to guilt like an anchor that doesn't let him float. He said he needed space, but that's a lie. What he truly needs is courage. The courage to face himself, to admit that he let slip what could have been incredible. One day he says he's focused on other things, but in reality, he can only think about you. Every new person that comes into his life, a failed attempt to replace you. But deep down, he knows no one compares to you. And you know this because no matter how much he tries to hide it, you felt it when he started to distance himself. You noticed the gleam in his eyes fading. You're not imagining it. He himself sees himself repeating the moments you spent together, the conversations that seemed endless. Paradoxically, while he pretends to be fine with other people, he feels lonelier than ever. The truth is that he misses something real, something you provided him. This person is incapable of opening up about it because vulnerability terrifies him. He hides the pain of regret amid laughter, but every fake smile is an open wound. Meanwhile, you go on with your life waiting for a sign, hoping he realizes that opportunity does not wait. You watch the hours pass, the social networks revolving around posts that don't include him, and he, still obsessed, scours every detail, every photo of yours, even without the courage to speak up. The brutal truth is that he knows he placed you on the back burner while getting lost in a superficial world. He is aware that your words affected him in a way that no one else has. He asks if there is a chance to start over, but the guilt of having waited too long paralyzes him. He found a way to turn longing into aversion, but he can't hide that. Deep down, he still wants what he had. And you? You are there wondering if at least he thought of you today, if there was at least a fragment of a desire for everything to be different. The real situation is harsh. Time flies while he remains stuck in the wheel of expectation. You know that there is no return to what was, but you still believe in the possibility of a restart. And the truth is that this person continues asking, what if? And you already knew that. He is struggling with regret. That's what really weighs on his heart. While you sleep, this person is awake, reviewing every moment they had and let slip. He feels the guilt taking over him, like a stain that doesn't go away. He said that everything was fine, but it's not true. What he really feels is a deep sadness for not having valued it when he had the chance. You know this because more than once, you saw his expression change when the topic was you two. That hesitation, that silence that screamed louder than words. You noticed that he talked about the future, but at the same time emptied his own plans. He said, I'm focusing on myself, but that's just an excuse. The truth is he didn't know how to deal with what he felt. You felt it when he started to distance himself. The change in messages, the absence of good morning and good night that used to be routine. He tried to seem indifferent, but you saw it in the way he looked at you. There was an intensity that he cannot deny, but he hides behind his empty words. He agonizes over what he failed to do. He is surrounded by other faces, but none of them compare to you. He laughs, but the laughter is not genuine. In the moments when he is alone, he grabs his phone, scrolls through photos of you two, and feels the pain of what he lost. He lies when he says he is happy. He longs for your presence, but is unable to admit it. Meanwhile, you continue with your daily struggle, facing your own challenges. You know it could have been different if he had acted at the right moment. The wound this situation caused is not only yours. He feels it too, and you are not imagining it. He is fighting against his own pride, which is the true prison. He wants to be with you, but the idea of being rejected paralyzes him. He hides the fragility he feels because vulnerability terrifies him. And why does he act this way? Because his fear is greater than his love. He is afraid to open up, afraid that you don't feel the same. He remembers significant moments, the laughter, the glances, the conversations that wove a unique connection. But now he drowns in distractions. He goes to parties, meets new people, tries to convince himself that he can move on. But whenever the music stops and silence returns, the only thing he hears is the echo of your name in his mind. And while you live your life striving to make new memories, he remains trapped in his loneliness. He is getting lost in memories while you move forward. He longs to go back in time, but each passing day is a day less for the opportunity that has already gone. He knows he made a mistake, and even so, the paralysis of fear keeps him motionless. The truth is, he knows there is no other connection like the one you had. He feels like he's wasting time, but inertia is what keeps him sane, as much as it hurts. It hurts to stay like this, waiting for a change he doesn't know if he will have the courage to make. And you have already realized that he will not change unless there is an action. You have already become aware that the remaining time does not bring back what was lost. Have you imagined everything that could have been? But you also know that you can't wait forever for someone who lacks courage. The truth is exposed. Some things do not change. His fear is a giant that keeps him withdrawn while you reinvent yourself. He is incapable of breaking the chains that bind him to his past. Life does not wait, and neither should you. But the pain is there, hovering in the air, like a cloud that does not dissipate. This person is trapped in a cycle of regret and guilt. With each passing day, the weight of inaction and indecision only increases. He spent too much time believing there would always be more, that everything was under control. But the truth is that nothing is. Time is not an ally, it is a thief. While you sleep, this person watches life pass by, and the pain of uncertainty consumes every moment. He feels the absence like a black hole that sucks his energy. He said he needed time, but what he really wanted was a miracle. The courage to look into your eyes and face what he let slip away. You know this because, somewhere inside you, intuition screams that he knows he cannot reclaim what he lost. You felt it when communication dwindled. The messages started to become rarer, to the point of almost disappearing. He distanced himself, and you realized that his time was, in fact, an escape. He got entangled in a back and forth of unfulfilled promises, saying that one day it would be different. But what he hides is that with each passing day, that one day turns into too late. This person, contrary to what he tries to show, is tormented by images of you two together. He finds himself thinking about moments he barely remembers, wasting hours in daydreams, imagining how it would be if he had rushed, if he had acted sooner. But all he does is ignore the truth he himself created. What he feels now is a mix of longing and shame, and the reason is simple. He knows you deserved more. You deserved someone who didn't hesitate. Meanwhile, you continue in your routine, feeling the lack of what could have been. You have already been through moments when you questioned if he still cares, and you know that yes, he does care. But that is not enough. The truth is that while you wait for an answer, he is getting lost in a sea of regrets. Watching you from afar while life happens. He gets distracted by other people, but his mind betrays him, always returning to you. It is painful, but you have already realized that the courage has not emerged. He says everything is fine, but the loneliness is palpable. The time you waited will not bring the answers you seek, and you already knew that. He is simply waiting for time to do the work that he did not have the courage to do. And that, my friend, is the greatest illusion. Each second lost is an opportunity that escapes, and what remains, time, does not give back what was lost, and you already knew that.